Hey, Coach Ashley here at the Critical Bench Compound. Today, what I have for you is going to be a beginner gym leg workout. Now, with this workout, I am going to show you body weight as well as with kettlebells. Trying to throw something different out there. Yes, you could use dumbbells for any of these exercises as well, but today, what we're going to be showing you is with a kettlebell. Why not? Why not throw something in the works that maybe you don't normally use, which is really exciting too. All right, so today what I have for you is going to be 4 different movements. And in these 4 movements, since we are just beginning, I'm going to look at 3 sets, and we're going to perform anywhere from 8 to 10 reps per exercise. Now, if you are a little bit more advanced, these movements can be more advanced. 1, you can increase your weight. 2, you can increase your reps. All right, and the magic number on the reps, what's a good rep recommendation for you? All right, that means your last 2 reps should be challenging. If we're hitting an 8 rep count, you get to 6 and you struggle to get to 8. If we're doing a 10 rep count, we should get to 8 and start to struggle as we hit 9 and 10. And if you're a little bit more advanced, maybe you increase it to 12 reps. And by the time you get to 10, it should be challenging for 11 and 12. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to kick it off with a low step up. This is my mini bench right here. You can find this at your local gym. All right, it might come flat. The feet are removable. They're longer, they're shorter. Sometimes the feet fold in and they fold out. Now, depending on your experience level, this might be a little bit lower for you, and that's okay. But maybe you're still a novice in the gym. Start with where you're comfortable. All right, so I would say that this level would be a novice beginner, which is what this video is for. But maybe you're following along, you're looking just to change your routine and you're pretty familiar in the gym. You can always use a bench, which is what we're going to be performing all 3 movements on after our step up. So since we are going to go with kettlebells, I have 2 kettlebells here. This is going to be a kettlebell, so find something that looks like this. And again, you can use dumbbells. And since we are going 10 reps on the step up, we will alternate. So it's only going to be 5 reps each leg. 8 to 10, so 4 to 5 reps. So we're going to place our foot on the bench. Make sure your heel is on the bench. You don't want to step with that toe. Full flat foot. Square the hips up at the top, keeping the core back down. And we're going to alternate those legs. 2. Back up. Shoulders stay pinched. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, drive through that heel. 9, last rep. 10, beautiful. Now you can take anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds to recover, depending on maybe you did body weight, you're probably going more 60-second recovery. Maybe you added some weight, you can shoot for 90 seconds. Our next movement, you will need a bench. So go ahead, find a bench, and then catch me right back here in about 60 seconds. Good recovery. So our next movement, again, we're going to shoot for the 8 to 10 rep range. Grabbing your kettlebells or dumbbells, the preference is yours. If you have kettlebells, why not mix it up? Check those out. All right, you don't always have to use dumbbells. Variation to your routine keeps it fun. All right, keeps it enticing. We're going to go for a bench tap squat. All right, using our kettlebells, feet directly underneath the hips, our knees are slightly bent. Shoulder blades in the back pocket, your belly button is tucked to the spine. So on a bench tap squat, it's exactly what it is. We're gonna tap and drive the hips forward. All right, you're not gonna take a seat on the bench. It's just a little tap. Tap, tap, taparoo. Do you get that reference? 3, 4, 5. Core's tight. 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. Last rep. 10. Good job. Go ahead and recover for 60 to 90 seconds. Our next movement is going to be a single leg deadlift. We're also going to use the bench for that, and I'll show you how. Okay, again, great recovery. You should feel nice and ready for this next movement. Our next movement is going to be a single leg deadlift. Now, you're saying, whoa, I'm a beginner. How am I going to do this? Don't worry, I'm going to show you. So how we do this for beginners, because I do have to encourage and teach you balance one day, right? We can skate around it, but one day we're just going to have to do it. So the first step is, one, just try it without any weight. Okay, we can go body weight or with the kettlebell. Taking the bench at an incline, you don't want it at a mega incline because you want it at something that's going to be at your hip level, seeing as we're hinging at the hip level too. If this is any higher, it's going to keep your body upright and it's going to kind of create imbalance. So make sure that bench is at an incline that's at hip level. And we're going to take the leg that is closer to the bench, shoulders back, and we're going to use this as stability. And a slight bend of this knee, we're going to reach that toe, and we're going to drive right back up. Again, this is here to help with the balance. Now notice my hips stay in line. What that means is don't open those hips as you go down. Make sure your hips stay square. And what helps with that is using the opposite arm to reach for that opposite leg. All right, we're going to call it 6. Come back down. Core's tight, 7. Slight bend of that knee. 8. 9. Last rep. 10. All right, shake it out. Now on the opposite leg, I'm going to show you how it's done with the weight. So rather than body weight, again, this is just going to be there for stability. Slight bend of that knee. Never lock the knee out. Slight bend. Shoulder blades back pocket. And again, you're shooting for that toe just as you were with the hand. You're doing with the weight. Same thing, keeping your hips aligned. Do not open the hips up. The hips are facing the ground. All of that weight in the stretch is in the glute and hamstring. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last rep, and 10. Good job. Go ahead and give yourself about 90 seconds to recover on that one. That one was a little bit more challenging. All right, now that we're nice and recovered, I know you're probably feeling it through the glutes and hamstrings. We're gonna actually hit those glutes and hamstrings one more time. This time we're gonna perform a weighted hip thrust. This one, you're gonna take it to the bench. That's gonna be taking you off the ground. All right, so we do have glute bridges that we do off the ground. When we add a little bit of incline height to that movement, we're going to call it a hip thrust because we're literally thrusting our hips from the ground. All right, I did adjust my bench to be flat, and we're going to come down. Now, where does the bench go on a weighted hip thrust? That's probably one of the most important parts of the setup of the hip thrust. You don't want it too low, you don't want it too high, you don't want it on your neck, you want it just below the scapula, right below the shoulder blades. So how do we get in the position? We're gonna take our arms here, and we're gonna use our triceps to lower our body down, find that comfortable spot underneath the shoulder blades. They should be on top. Take your feet, heels directly underneath your knees. Now, this one can be body weight, but we're gonna do it weighted. Place that kettlebell just on your hips, and this entire time, I'm gonna be looking at you. As you do this, you should be looking straight too. Because when we're here, we're gonna drive up, and we're gonna do a mini crunch at the top. All right, again, right back down. When we keep our chin tucked to our chest, we're able to contract the core, all right? If you are doing these like this, go ahead and try it. Put your head on the bench, and drive up. Your core is not as tight, thus your back will be tight. Antagonist, protagonist, you have an option. Either you use your back or you use your core. Drop back down, drive those heels into the ground. Again, squeezing the core as you drive all the way up. 5, back down. 6, roll those hips under. Down. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, really squeeze. Last rep. 10. I always like to say, if you have a tight core, you have tight glutes. If you have a loose core, you have a tight back. If you're ever doing a glute bridge or a hip thrust, and you start to feel it in your lower back, just understand that you're probably not engaging that core. And as a good foundation movement, it's important to learn how to embrace the core to protect your lower back in any weighted movement, especially leg day. All right, so that's just one round. Now we're just beginners. Maybe that was a lot for you, but I would encourage you to try for 3 sets, that is 3 rounds. Give yourself about 2 to 3 minutes of recovery in between, and then go right back in. 8 to 10 reps is the goal. You got this. Great job, beginners and advanced. Maybe you joined us if you were a little bit advanced, and that's great too. All right, all of those movements are great foundational movements. That's definitely gonna build up your strength and the ability to get stronger in the lower half. Now, maybe you're feeling it already. You're like, wow, my glutes and hamstrings are really feeling it. I did 3 sets of that, Ashley. Like, how can I get stronger? Well, I would definitely encourage you, check out our Unlock Your Glutes. All right, you can find this in the pinned comments. You can get it in digital format. You can get it in DVD, take it with you on vacation. Maybe you're like, I want to keep up my workouts. I don't know how to do that. It's really easy. 1, digital, but 2, you can always throw a DVD in your suitcase and grab it too, right? So with this, you're going to get 2 bodyweight movements and 2 movements that you can actually perform in the gym with light equipment. Hotel gym, whatever works for you. But I would also encourage you that maybe you're not using it for travel and you just literally want to unlock your glutes. If you are having a hard time getting activation of the glutes, you're just not feeling your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads are taking over, then I would encourage you, maybe you do need this program a little bit more than some of us, all right, to unlock those glutes, to get the strength and the power out of them. If you're able to activate those glutes, your deadlifts are gonna get stronger, your hip thrusts are gonna get stronger, your jump squats are gonna get stronger. Everything all around is going to be centered around strong glutes. And who doesn't want strong glutes and a nice, round, firm booty? All right, check it out in the comments. It is pinned below. Give me a thumbs up. Go ahead, drop a comment, subscribe to our channel, and I'll catch you for our next workout.